people, welcome back to my channel. This is Mrs. Melody Mags. I am so excited to be back here and recording our next video. Thank you so much for continuing to watch our videos and subscribing and commenting. We really appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed, please do press the subscribe button so that we can grow our community and grow and do the things that makes YouTube to be done. Thank you so much once again. So today we're going to be talking about distractions. It's March, it's a new month. We made it to the third month of the year, and I don't know about you, but for me, February, towards the end of February, I was a bit sluggish. I didn't do my best. I have reasons why, but I'm not going to make excuses. But it wasn't an easy end of the month type of situation, and I realized what caused that. So because I love you and I do not want you to be like me as far as not being productive is concerned, I decided to say, you know what, let me help my community and let me fill you guys in on what we can do when we feel sluggish, what we can do when we feel like we are going off tangent and we are not doing what we're supposed to be doing, especially because in December, in January, we make our goals for the next year about what we want to achieve, about what we want to do. But as time goes on, during this time, by March, we start slowing down simply because maybe things are not going the way that you want them to go, or things are not going as planned, of which life happens and things will not always happen the way we put it down on paper. This is life and we always have to adapt and adjust. But like I was telling you, how I conquered my sluggishness, my slow pace at my goals, this is what I discovered, that distractions are a real thing. And anyone can face distractions. We're not robots. It's not like we're all the time focused. Sometimes we get distracted because of things that happen, and that's okay. But the trick is you have to know what to do better, and you have to know what is lacking. So today I want to talk about distraction, and I've said. So now, first things first, what is a distraction? A distraction is something that prevents someone from giving their attention to something. So you have a goal, a distraction comes, it will take you to a different focus, and you will not do what you're supposed to be doing because they are distractions. So number one on distractions, create a distraction-free mode. Before you even do anything else, just make sure there are no distractions if you can. For instance, if you are working and you know that your phone is your weakness, take your phone away, put it on do not disturb mode or put it on flight mode so that you can get the work done. So make sure that you just remove all the distractions that are in front of you. For instance, now I cannot be recording this video while I have my TV on. That does not make sense. So the visible distractions that you can control, remove those and make sure that you can be able to focus and work on what you need to work on. Number two is set 3 objectives for each day. I used to be the person who likes filling my journal with a million things that I will not even get to doing because a long to-do list can get overwhelming. But the trick is have 3 main things that you want to achieve a day, and that will help you scale down, that will help you focus better because you know what it is that you want to achieve. And if all goes well, you achieve those things midday, then you can filter in everything else. So to avoid distractions and make sure that the goals that you set in December or January for 2021, to make sure that you do them, break them down and make sure that you take them at bite sizes so that you don't get overwhelmed, because part of the reason why we turn to our distractions is because the work can get overwhelming, and trust me, I know what that feels like. Number 3 is give yourself a shorter time frame. So here's the thing, don't give yourself longer deadlines. Don't give yourself an ample amount of time that you don't need to do a task that is minimal. So make sure that you shorten your time to get your tasks done, because I feel good when I said I'm going to do something in 30 minutes and I actually do that, and I'm sure you would also feel great knowing that you've achieved something. So to avoid distractions, don't prolong time on the activities that you have to do, whether it's studying, whether it's reading, whether it's preparing a speech, preparing for speaking, whatever it is that you do. Don't prolong the time to get things done unless it has to be like that. But on other things where you know that I don't need 2 hours to get this done, make sure you do it at that time, that you can get it done as quickly as possible so that you do not postpone it. So we're tracking along. Number 4 is monitor your mind wandering. Oh my gosh, this one, this is like internal distractions that they are just in your head. You can't take them out and give them to someone else. It's not like you can shift the TV to a different room. It's not like you can take out the batteries from the remote. You are carrying these distractions in your mind. And the key to productivity is mastering your mind. Master your mind. When it begins to wander, first of all, you need to know that, now I am just totally off ramping, and know what to do when that happens. And one of the things that I realized that I learned, when I'm going to be working on something and I'm going to be busy on social media at the same time, I'm going to end up checking things that I wasn't going to check in the first place. But just because I saw it on someone's feed, and then I get curious, I'm like, where did they get that? And then I start searching for those things. And now I'm completely off track, and I'm wondering, not doing what I'm supposed to be doing because I allowed internal distractions to take over. Do not do that. And like I said on the first one, that if a distraction can be removed completely from your sight, do that. And then the ones that are internal, you need to pay attention to your thoughts, recognize that my mind now is off ramping, and have a system to bring it back, because that is important. You need to be able to master your own mind and understand that when I start off ramping like this is how I'm going to be able to come back. So make sure that you know how your mind works. Get to know how it works and be able to conquer it, because that is so important in order for you to stay focused. Number 5 is avoid clutter. Like, work on a clean environment. This is a big one because I'm very passionate about organizing things. I'm passionate about clean spaces, fresh spaces, and I cannot work if something is disturbing me. Like, I could be sitting here recording, and in front of me might be maybe something distracting me, like a curtain that is not standing the way that it's supposed to. I will be totally off. So you need to make sure that you remove those kind of distractions as well. And if there's clutter, first clean up, first sort things out before you start working. And you think better in a clutter-free zone. You can process things better in a clutter-free zone. So you can't tell me, because I know there are some people that be like, but like when I see a lot of things busy, I feel like I'm going to be more productive. No, your mind becomes cluttered as well if you are working in a cluttered environment. So a clean office space will do wonders for you. If you don't have an office and you work from wherever that you're working from, just make sure that the space that you're working from is clean so that your mind can process things better, because when we are working in cluttered spaces, it can psychologically affect that. And I'm going to be talking about that on one of my upcoming videos, about how clutter is connected to our psychology, how we process things and all that. Number 6 is improve your discipline with focus. So focus is like a muscle. When you go to gym and you build our muscles, we have to pick up weights often, and we have to do that in a disciplined way and consistently do that. That's how it works with our minds as well. Think of it like building your mind muscles. So what you need, there's this app that I used, not sponsored, but yes, it's called Forest app. So what happens is, when I get on the app, I set the amount of time that I want to focus, that period of time where I want to focus, whether it's an hour 30, 45 minutes, depends what it is that I'm doing. Then I'm going to set the time, and then it's going to run the clock. My phone is just going to be on that app. When I try to touch my phone, it will be like, no, don't touch me. Like it's like a person, it responds. When you try touching your phone or move away from the app, it will tell you, don't do that. Go back to work and all that. So you can use those kind of apps. I'm sure there are more apps that can help you with staying focused and building your mental muscles, your focus focus muscles. So you can do that as well if you need that kind of help, of which most of the times I do. And it helps me to say, I'm going to stay focused on doing this and this alone until it is finished. And then, the beautiful thing about that is that you get to reward yourself in the end once you're done and you've accomplished whatever it is that you did. Number 7 is get enough sleep. In order for us to stay focused, we need to get enough sleep. Your ability to focus can mean the difference between success and failure. So you can't focus if you are sleepy, you can't focus if you are tired, you can't focus if you are juggling a lot of things at the same time. So you need to make sure that the previous day you are well prepared for the following day, because most of the times we focus on a morning routine, but I believe so much in a morning routine, and I do have one, but I also started adopting a new thing of having an evening routine so that I prepare to go to sleep and then I have a better sleep, so that when I wake up in the morning I'm a better person and I'm ready to conquer the day. So get enough sleep, people. Please do that. Your focus depends on it. You need to sleep. Get enough sleep and make sure that you're ready for the following day. You're fresh and ready to conquer whatever it is that you do. So number 8 on avoiding distractions is getting off your phone. Honestly, because we need to be honest with ourselves, our phones they actually can be the biggest distraction, and we are all guilty to a certain extent. If you are not, God bless you. But our phones can honestly be a problem. Yes, there's good use for them. We use them for amazing things, and they are very helpful in the things that we do. I run a business on social media as well, and most of us do that. We put our businesses on social media and we have to maintain them, which means we have to be on social media sometimes. But we should not use that as an excuse to start scrolling unnecessarily. So make sure that your phone is not a distraction. It can be removed when you're working, when you're trying to focus, put it away. And also what you can do is, what you cannot do, don't always check notifications when they come through your phone immediately all the time, because you become slave to notifications. Some things can wait, some things can be attended later. If they are dying, they're going to call you and then you're going to respond. I know with my family, my own people, if it's urgent, if it's that urgent rather, I know that they're going to give me a call. So as long as nobody is calling me, it's just a text, I'll respond to it as soon as I'm done with whatever that I'm trying to do, because we're trying to minimize distractions at all costs. And if it means setting time to check your emails, please do that, and don't always check every email that comes. Because what if you're having an amazing day and you're doing something productive and then you get an email that is not pleasant, and then you read it and then it just turns you off and it puts you off your groove of whatever it is that you are doing, and now you can't focus. So our phones are amazing. I appreciate them. I appreciate my phone, and I'm sure you appreciate yours too, but don't let it be a distraction. Have limitations. On my phone, I set a certain amount of time that I'm willing to spend on social media per day. And when the time is up, then my time on being on social media is out. I'm going to see tomorrow. So let's make sure that our phones are not a distraction, but we use them for good use, and we monitor how we use them. iPhone tells you how much time you spend on your phone on the daily, and it's embarrassing sometimes. You'd be like, wow, I had no idea I spent so much time on my phone. And you could be using that time to do something more productive, harnessing a skill, or doing something, or even just relaxing if you're not being on social media, because we need to relax, we need to rest outside of looking at what other people are doing with their lives. Okay, so we need to get off our phones. The last one, which is a bonus, is reward yourself. You deserve a reward. When you do something productive and you do it successfully, you must definitely reward yourself. I like rewarding myself with watching a series or something, like an episode, or reading a book, or whatever it is that you like. If it's food, reward yourself with chocolates, whatever works for you. But you must reward yourself for getting things done, because you deserve it. And this is what I used to do, and I know that I'm not the only one who used to suffer from this, where you work for 20 minutes and reward yourself with 2 hours of TV time. Guys, that does not make sense. Let's not be those people. At school, when I was full-time at varsity, doing my first degree, I used to be that person that study successfully for an hour and then give myself 5 hours of doing nothing. And that's not how it works. We shouldn't do it like that. Rather, it should be the other way around. You just flip it rather. But you do need to rest. You do need to reward yourself with whatever time that you reward yourself with. But you must work more and reward yourself with a reasonable amount of time so that you can continue being productive, because we have to be productive. We have to be able to quantify what it is that we are using for our time must be your best friend, not your enemy, so use it wisely. So with all these 9 things that I've said, please do let me know which one you're going to be implementing down on the comments below. Let me know what it is that you're going to be working on. Let me know what you need to work on, and let me know what it is that you need to improve. Otherwise, I will see you on the next one. Please do press the subscribe button, comment, share, and let me know what it is that you enjoy. We want to build this community, and I want to see us doing better and thriving. So while I'm gone preparing our next video, avoid all distractions.